Stress, pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the FIU Panthers, just outside of Miami and Pit Bull Stadium. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Florida International Panthers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. Coming out with it, it's Watkins. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Offense in a bunch formation.
Timeout, Old Dominion.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Roach. There he goes. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Old Dominion. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That is how you make a quarterback look good. Throw it short, run it a long way. He gets all the yardage for that play. Start the football game finding your playmaker, and your playmaker does the rest, takes it to the house, and gets this offense started out on fire.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that.
Number 17 sets a kickoff.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun, the running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. FIU pushing tempo. Big picture, guys, this certainly isn't an all-or-nothing game. Long season ahead. But how much fun is it to have a top 5 clash like this one early?
It's so much fun, and you don't have to be a fan of just these 2 top 5 teams. If you're a fan of college football, you're honing in on this game because you're going to learn a lot here, David.
Yeah, and the fans are going to be like, overrated. This is why the preseason polls stink. We get a chance to prove ourselves for some of these teams that hasn't done a lot on the resume yet. Now, today is a resume builder.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Fires into traffic, picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
First and 10.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
The run to the left. Got the first down. Looking for more. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They believe they can run right here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Wants to go up top. Fires left. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up
4th down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Monarchs want to move quickly. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Line getting set on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. And now on second down for this offense. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To throw, it's St. Clair. Here's a heat. The short hands, it's Winston. Finds a crease at the 20. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of... pushes the offense back. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Wants to adjust the pattern. They get to him as he throws. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
Brings up second down.
Going to swing it on second down. Oh, they're after him. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
What a first quarter for this offense. A chance to score again on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Monarchs will hustle to the line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Wants to fire on second down. Touchdown, Monarchs! Fired in from the red zone for the score. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. They got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll toss it to the left. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show, or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Gets the back moving. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Flips it out to the back. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Might be changing the route. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Caught near the sticks. It's Nelson. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and there
he goes. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Now the play fake. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Going for 6. Touchdown, Florida International. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Southern is putting on a show offensively, only there's been no real story arc. It's been all Eagles all day with almost no let-up. They're up 14 over Eastern Michigan. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. They want to run it left here. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. To the air on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, ODU. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Carter. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. FIU pushing tempo.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They have it first down at the 41-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Nelson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Oh, maybe a double pass. Pressure coming. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse. Loose. On that play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long.
Music note! Music note! 22 water! 22 water!
Grabbed in the middle. It's Burke. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. A strike downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Makes the catch. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Cooler 18! Cooler 18!
The give to the left. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. The offense changing the play. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. So the first step of that was fine. They made the pass and catch, but no yards, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating pressure on that play, and they just want to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly, but whatever they were thinking did not work.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th.
Man, those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Timeout, Old Dominion.
Going right to work up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Going back to the well, another deep ball. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're adding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Winston. Rolling the dice to bring it out in the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
They'll run play action. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. Building momentum. Picking up a chunk of yardage. Moving the chains out to the 34.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They go to the wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Panthers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the ground game.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Winston. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. FIU pushing tempo. The snap sets up the throw. Grab near the marker. It's Nelson. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
I think he does a really good job on this second down play of being very decisive, getting north-south, making the play, and now setting up a much better third down. That's a play we can get.
Turning it on! Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Finds his man. It's Stone. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's St. Clair. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know we're in the third quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Touchdown, Panthers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for the 2-point try. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a 1st down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's St. Clair. He's into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
Set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Motion from the wide receiver. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's James. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Back to pass on second down. He lets one fly deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Monarchs! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Georgia Southern is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over Eastern Michigan. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running to Green. Breaks into the open. They'll mark him out of bounds short of the 40 at the 37-yard line, but a big-time pickup on the ground.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, this secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. FIU pushing tempo.
Brings up third down.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
And you